Hello, Angel Besties. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Rachel, and I am so excited for today's video. Oh my god, it's finally here. In today's video, of course, as you can see by the title, I am going to be doing a get ready with me, showing you my makeup routine, and also doing a Q&A. I wanted to film this video in honor of hitting 10,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely bonkers to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, truly, for subscribing, for supporting my channel. I genuinely did not ever think that this number was in the realm of possibility when I started my channel, truly. I am absolutely stunned by your support, and I feel like we have built just such a wonderful community here of fantasy romance obsessed besties, and it just makes me so happy. So thank you so much. You guys are such a light in my life, and just, you've truly changed my life, and I can't say thank you enough. So I wanted to pop in here for a little bit of an intro, because when I originally filmed my Get Ready With Me, I was just planning on putting it in a little reading vlog, but then it ended up being very long, and it needed to be its own video, so I don't have an intro or an outro prepared. So I just want to say, hey, how are you? Hope you're doing wonderful, and let's just get straight into it. I really hope you guys enjoy my makeup routine, Q&A, and I'll see you guys at the end. Hi besties. It's time. I am here to show you guys my makeup routine. I'm gonna do a little bit of a get ready with me. I'm very excited to do this. This has been requested multiple times since I started my channel, and it's finally here. I am a little bit nervous, I will say, just because I've never filmed something like this before, so please bear with me. I have a mirror. Let's see if you guys can see this. I have a mirror right here, so I'm gonna be looking into that mostly. And I have my makeup right here. I have some right here on this desk as well. We're gonna get into it here in a second. A couple of disclaimers though. Number one, I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't claim to like have the best technique, or maybe I do things kind of weird, in a weird order, whatever. I just wanna put that out there. If you're like a professional makeup artist or something watching this, like I don't know what I'm doing. I just do what works for me. Number two, I'm not gonna do like an in-depth tutorial on how I apply my makeup, because there are much better people on this very website who can show you how to do that. I learned how to do makeup and got a lot of my makeup techniques and skills and stuff like that from watching beauty gurus. Jackie Aina and Samantha Ravindal in particular were like two of my faves. Really loved them. They taught me everything I know. So I'm not gonna go super in depth with how I'm doing things, but I will show you guys the products. I'll show you guys what I'm doing, all that jazz. I feel like that's it. I think this will be really fun though. I'm excited. I also asked you guys over on my Instagram to ask me questions. So I'm gonna answer some questions while I do my makeup. I don't know how many questions I'm gonna answer, but I will sprinkle some in to keep things interesting. So number one, I already did my eyebrows off camera just because eyebrows are so like individual to the person, but I will tell you guys what products I used. Okay, so for eyebrows, I used two products. So I start with NYX, the brow glue, just to push my eyebrow hairs up and kind of put them in place. I think doing your eyebrows is so much easier when you push them up either with like brow wax or brow gel or something like that. And then I know that this is very 2016 of me, but I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I love it. I've been using it forever, probably like 5 years now, and it's my favorite. I got really used to doing this and just haven't really changed it up since then. And you know, they look pretty good. They're definitely not identical. As we all know, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Mine are probably more like not even sisters. They like went to high school together, don't really talk anymore, but they say happy birthday to each other, you know, on Facebook every year. They don't have a lot of relation, but they look okay. So my eyebrows are done. I always do my eyebrows first. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is my eye makeup. So my routine is weird. I think it's kind of, I do things in a weird order. So I do eyebrows first, I do half of my eye makeup, I do my face, then I do the rest of my eye makeup, and then lips. So I don't know, I've had some people say like, you do your makeup in a weird order, but this just works for me. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna stop rambling. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Okay, let's get into it. The first official step of my makeup routine I'm gonna show you guys is I'm gonna be doing my eyeshadow, but the first thing that I wanna do before I do my eyeshadow is to kind of set a base on my eyelids. So I have a very like blank canvas. So I'm gonna put concealer and setting powder onto my eyelids. I use the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Cotton. This is my all-time favorite Holy Grail concealer. I also use this for like under eyes. And then my favorite setting powder is the Fenty Beauty powder. I am using butter. I use a lot of Fenty Beauty products you will see throughout my routine, and I just really love all of her products pretty much. And I will answer a question as I do that. Let's see here. Okay, so one of the first questions is, how do you balance reading, working out, work, and social life? That's a good one to start with. So the first kind of immediate response to that question is I don't. Something is always going to fall to the wayside, I think. Oh, also, like, I'm gonna look crazy for most of this. It all comes together at the end. There's a very good saying, which is surgery looks like murder until it's complete. And I feel like makeup kind of looks crazy until you're all done. So just bear with me. I promise it'll look good in the end. Obviously right now I look insane. But anyway, balancing all of those things can be very difficult, but I think that kind of the mindset that I have right now is just number one, acknowledging and like allowing that something is going to probably suffer a little bit, and that's okay, and that I don't need to beat myself up about it. Work obviously is my first priority during the work week, and reading, I mean, not only do I do it for this channel, but it's also like my main hobby. I kind of just naturally make it a priority because, gotta be honest with you, don't really do much else besides read. So I try to read 100 pages a day. That's kind of my goal. And I'm usually able to do that just because I genuinely love reading. It makes me really happy. And then working out has become just more of a priority to me because I notice a significant improvement on my mental health when I'm working out on a regular basis. Huge difference kind of just in my general mood and all of that when I'm working out regularly. And because of that, it naturally kind of becomes a really big priority. Even though it's a pain in the butt, obviously working out is like not fun a lot of the time, but just like knowing how much working out really helps me usually motivates me to do it and make it a priority. That's the thing, is I think with anything, you just have to make it a priority no matter what. And I just try to think about it like, okay, I can go to the gym for like 45 minutes. Like I have 45 minutes in my day. There's no reason why I can't go. And I know that I'll feel so good afterward. So that really helps. But you know, it's a balancing act because then there's times where like I don't go to the gym for like a month. So I just try to not be too hard on myself, but also remind myself that these things do help me and make me feel good and, you know, make me feel balanced and all of that. So that does help me keep up with things. Social life, I'm kind of like introverted, I would say. My social life is like hanging out with my sister, which is great, and hanging out with Sean, which is great. I don't have like a ton of friends in my immediate area, so that kind of takes care of itself. My social life is honestly Instagram. I talk to my friends on there every day, so that all works out. So next up is going to be eyeshadow, which is very fun. I am going to use the eyeshadow palette that I use every single day. It is my all-time holy grail favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. I already said that. And this is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is like all I need. It's perfect. I love every single shade in here and I use it every single day, which will be evident once I show you the inside. So it's really dirty. That is what the palette looks like, but I usually just use like 3 different shades in here and I'm able to create the eyeshadow look that I do pretty much every day. So I use this in combination with this eyeshadow from MAC called Blanc Type. It's like not white, but kind of like a cream shade. And essentially what I do is put, you know, these bronzy brown colors in my crease. I put this on my lid and kind of just create a like soft cut crease. But yeah, you guys will see what I mean. I mean, you see what my eyeshadow looks like in my videos, but yeah, so I use these two together. Okay, there's quite a few questions about Taylor Swift. So let's just do a little Taylor Swift section of the video. Okay, so favorite Taylor Swift albums and least favorite. Okay, so I'm a Swiftie, if you didn't know. So my top 3 Taylor albums. God, this is like picking a favorite child. So this is really hard. I'm gonna say Speak Now, Evermore, and 1989, but depending on my mood, Reputation could replace 1989, like just depending on the day. But I don't dislike any of her albums, truly. Like I love them all. I've been a fan of Taylor's since her debut album. I remember like in 6th grade hearing Teardrops on My Guitar on the radio and being like, oh, my brain chemistry changed and I found one of my favorite artists of all time. I've been a fan ever since. So I don't dislike really anything of hers. I would say my least favorite is probably Debut, just because I listen to it the least. I'm not like a huge country music person, although she's always kind of fit like a little bit pop country to me. I just don't really listen to Debut a lot, but when I was younger, like, oh my God, I had Self-Titled as a CD and I listened to that so much. Oh my God. Okay, and then top 3 Taylor songs. This is actually cruel. I don't even like answering this question because if you ask me tomorrow, my answer will be entirely different, like completely. I'm just gonna say like what comes to mind. I'm gonna say Style, which is on 1989. I think that is like one of the best pop songs of all time. It's so good, and it's about Harry Styles, so like we love that. So I love Style. I never skip that when it comes on. Last Kiss, which is on Speak Now. I love that song so much, even though it's like a sad breakup ballad. I love it. I used to listen to that song on repeat when I was like a teenager and I had never experienced heartbreak or anything like that. I had no business like getting so emotional listening to that song, but I definitely did. I would listen to that song and imagine heartbreak and get myself all worked up. And yeah, but I just, oh my God, that bridge is amazing. And then God, this is so hard. I'm gonna say, like right now, a song that I've been listening to a lot is Cowboy Like Me, which is on Evermore. That song is so good. The lyric that has the "now you hang on my lips like the gardens of Babylon, your boots beneath my bed, forever is the sweetest con." Hello? That's insane. Like, she's crazy. So those are 3 songs that I really love, but I love Haunted, I love Fearless, I love State of Grace, I obviously love All Too Well, I love Death by a Thousand Cuts, I love Happiness, I love Cardigan, This Is Me Trying, Mirrorball, My Tears Ricochet, Mary's song, Oh My My My, that's like my favorite song off of debut. Should have Said No, Picture to Burn. I have no complaints with her music. That's what I love about her music so much, is she has such a diverse array of music that there's really something for everyone, so that's really hard. Okay, another question. Beyonce or Taylor Swift? I could never pick one over the other. They take up very different spaces in my mind, and I just think they're such different artists. I love them both to death. I grew up listening to Beyonce like religiously. I always had her new albums. I was always listening to her music, always excited about whatever she came out with. Yeah, she's just like, her and Christina Aguilera were like the soundtrack to my childhood, honestly. I just love Beyonce so much. I think that she is the greatest entertainer of our generation, like all around entertainer. I think that she has no competition except for herself. Her album 4, that's my favorite album of hers. I think that's like one of the greatest albums of all time, no matter genre. It's so good. And then Taylor, just, yeah, she takes up such a different space in my mind. I think Taylor is the best lyricist, like songwriter of our generation for sure. And her music has just helped me a lot. I mean, so has Beyonce's, but Taylor's music has really just got me through hard times, got me through good times, and I love, I don't know, there's just something really, really special about her music that I really connected with at a very young age, and it's cool to now be 28 and still listening to her music and still loving it and still growing with her, which I think is really cool. I feel like she's grown as an artist along with her fans, which I really love, so I could never pick one of them over the other. I think they're both fantastic. So another question, if you could have coffee with any author, who would it be? Of course, it would be Sarah Janet. Ugh, I have so many questions for her. My first question would be, what did Lorcan do? Okay, that's question number 1. We're gonna get that out of the way immediately. And once she answers that, I mean, God, I would just ask her what happened to Vaughn from Throne of Glass. I'd want to know her writing process. I want to know like how far is she planning things ahead. I really would just want to pick her brain, ask her about all of her series, her characters, her inspiration. Part of me would want to ask, okay, so like who's endgame for everyone? I have so many questions for her. But yeah, first question, what did Lorcan do? That's like, she owes us that, honestly. She better go back to Throne of Glass someday and give us even like a little Lorcan and a lead novella, because that was cruel, honestly. Favorite non-SJM ship. So Araya and Rain from the Crowns and Iaxia series of the Shadowborn duet. They are absolute faves. They're top tier. They're right up there with all of my like Sarah J Maas ships that I have. I just love them so much. They're so amazing. And hopefully you guys can see this. I'm realizing like I'm kind of just talking whatever. Araya and Rain for sure. Jude and Cardan. Amazing, amazing. I know that the Folk of the Air series is not fantasy romance, but the romance is so good. I think it's Enemies to Lovers done very well. So good. Like, I am obsessed with Jude and Cardan. Also Kaz and Inej, absolutely love them. Inej is one of my favorite female main characters ever. I really like Alex and Henry from Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'm so excited for that movie to come out. Been a lot of promo pictures of them lately, and they just look so good. I'm so excited for that movie. Okay, that's my eyeshadow for now. I do tend to like go back and touch up my eyeshadow as I do my makeup, like as I apply mascara and eyeliner and my eyes start to look different, I will apply more eyeshadow, but that's it for now. So now we're gonna move on to the dreaded liquid liner. And I'm gonna do wings because I always do wings. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, they're not gonna be even, and they never are and they never will be. And I've accepted that, but I'm just saying that right now, I can't. If you can draw perfectly even liquid wing liners, you're one of God's favorites. And I'm not, I know I'm not for sure. I'm gonna do that really quickly, and I'm not gonna be able to talk through that because that's just, it's so hard, so BRB. Okay, I'm back. I just did my liquid liner. Why are they kind of even though? Like, did I jinx myself in a positive way? They're not, like if you got too close, they're definitely not, but they kind of look even. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to share, I use the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black, always use this, tried and true. I always go back to this. So this one is my favorite. I'm going to do mascara and lashes, which is very exciting. That's when things kind of start to come together. So I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. I have no preference with mascara because I wear lashes. So I just picked this up because why not? Let's answer another question. Okay, I'll do a few rapid fire ones. Am I your favorite Hannah of all the Hannahs you've ever met? Say yes with the knife emoji. From Hannah's Recent Reads, yes, of course. McDonald's Diet Coke or cold brew? Cold brew for sure. I have cold brew every single day. I can't live without it. McDonald's Diet Coke is so good. It is like, oh my God. But if I had to pick one or the other, cold brew for sure. I know you're an Aquarius queen like myself. What's your moon and rising? So my moon is Pisces, very emotional, cry all the time, love it. And rising is Gemini, which I don't really know what that means. So yeah, I'm Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini. Aquarius and Gemini are air, and then Pisces is water. So I think I have mostly air in my chart. What's your desert island makeup product? Sunscreen. Probably. If I'm trapped on a desert island, I'm bringing sunscreen and that's it. I would not bring makeup. Oh my gosh. I'm the type of person, I know that I like wear a full face of makeup, but I'm telling you guys, I am either wearing a full glam or not wearing any makeup. Haven't done my skincare routine in 3 days. Like, yeah, I'm very much an all or nothing person. So if I was stranded on a desert island, I don't think I would bring makeup. Some Aquaphor for my lips and then sunscreen for my face. That is what I would bring. What is your cat's name? She's adorable. Thank you. I need to do mascara. So her name is Ivy. We never call her Ivy though. We have like a million nicknames for her. She honestly, I don't even know if she knows that her name is Ivy. I never call her that, but her government name is Ivy. She's so cute. We got her in 2017 and oh my God, she was so teeny tiny and precious. Maybe I'll insert a picture of her when she was a kitten, but it was so exciting getting her. Sean wasn't really like a cat person. He didn't grow up with cats because a lot of his family is allergic. So he didn't really grow up with cats. I definitely did. And like right when we first moved in together, I was like, I really want a cat. And he was kind of like, oh, I don't know. You know, I just don't really know much about cats. And I was like, well, I do, so we'll be fine. And he is in love with her. Like he babies her. It is so cute. So they're best buds. I mean, she definitely, like, I'm her person, but she loves him. All right, so my mascara needs to dry before I put on lashes. So let's do a couple more rapid fire. Is YouTube your full-time job? No, I do work full-time. I'm an account manager. I don't want to say like fully what I do just for like privacy reasons, but I work with architecture and engineering firms. It's like a very, you know, corporate kind of working on your computer, work from home job, but I really like my job. I'm very happy. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you? I would live in Milan for sure. Sean and I went to Italy in September, last September. It was incredible. I hate to be like so dramatic and like cliche, but it was actually a life-changing trip and we loved Milan. We really connected with it. Totally could see ourselves living there. If there's any way that I could live in Milan, we would do that because it was absolutely gorgeous. We loved the people. We just, I don't know, we just felt very, very comfortable there, like instantly, and it was really great, and I can't recommend it enough. How are you able to read so much? P.S. You're literally my favorite booktuber. I love your videos. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. So number one, kind of what I said earlier, I just make it a priority. I genuinely love reading. It is my hobby, my main thing. Even before I started a booktube channel, I was reading every single day. And so I read. I find time every single day to read. Obviously, there's, you know, some days where I don't, but for the most part, I'm always reading because it really makes me happy and just like makes me feel, I don't know, kind of centers me and just brings me back to myself. And I don't know, it feels really good to read. And also audiobooks help. Like I can listen to audiobooks while I work, so that does help quite a bit as well. And then how long have you and Sean been together? So we've been together for 8 years, actually 8 years this month. And we've been married for almost 2. And does he read? He doesn't read. He's not much of a reader. He has been in the past. He's actually like a musician. So his free time is playing guitar, drums, bass, all of that. That's his thing. So it's kind of cool. He has his thing, I have my thing. But I asked him what was the last book he read, like cover to cover, and it was Breaking Dawn by Miss Stephanie Meyer, and it was when that book was published, which was what, 15 years ago? I don't even know. So it's been a minute, but that's okay. I've tried to get him to read a couple of like my favorites. I tried to get him to read Mistborn. He started it and really liked it. He got like 50 pages in and he was like, this was really cool, but he just didn't pick it up again. And then I had him start The Assassin's Blade because I was like, oh my God, I want you to read the Throne of Glass series. And he was like, I like it, but he's like, I'm not like super into the romance aspect, which is fine. So he DNF'd both of those, needless to say. But yeah, he, you know, has his own hobbies. so that's totally fine. All right, lashes. I don't even know, can you guys see these? I've worn these for a couple days now, so I get a few wears out of them, which is great. They're by Tati Lashes. I forget which ones they are specifically, but I will put them down below in the description box if you want to know. But these are my favorites. I've tried every single lash brand you can think of, and I've been wearing lashes, you know, on and off for a long time, and I really, really like them. So I'm gonna put these on. I don't have good tips for like how to put these on. People ask me that a lot. You just have to do it. You just have to practice it and do it and just get it absolutely as close to your lash line as possible. Also, it's good when you're putting on lashes to put them in the center first, and then you can like push down each side. I know some people use tweezers. I don't, because I don't want to poke my eye out. But yeah, I just use my hands. So I'll do that really quick. And then yeah, I'm just squeezing my lashes with the falsies and just making sure that each corner is really laid down. That's super important. So this usually takes me a little bit, and then I'll usually touch up my liquid eyeliner just to kind of like blend the lash band a little bit more. A million out of 10 recommend put some type of eyeliner on your lash line before you put on false lashes, because it'll just blend in a lot easier. Okay, so that's one. Let's put the other one on. Okay, voila, we have eyelashes. It's pretty easy. I like grew up doing all types of dance, ballet, jazz, lyrical, point, acro, hip hop, tap for a moment, modern, any type of dance, I did it. So I had a lot of shows and performances and competition and things like that. So I've been putting on lashes since I was like 8 years old. So I don't know, it's all about practice. There's no like good way to do it. You just have to get it as close as possible to your lash line and just try. So now we're moving on to the face, which is very exciting. So let me go get, I use the Real Techniques orange sponge. It's my favorite. I'm gonna go get this wet and then I'll start my face makeup. All right, so first step with my face, I am going to be putting on the Charlotte Tilbury. The label's kind of rubbed off, but it's like the Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Glow. It's not foundation. It's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like gives you a glow, basically. So I'm gonna put that on first because I like to have a glow from within kind of finish on my skin. I don't like to be super matte and I don't like to be super dewy either. So this helps me kind of achieve that. So let me do this really quick. Okay, so I just put that on and you see it kind of like gives me a little bit of a glowy vibe. Then I'm now gonna put on foundation. So my holy grail, absolute favorite foundation is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I've tried a lot of tinted moisturizers that are more moisturizer than tint. This is like, if tinted moisturizer is here and foundation is here, this is like here. It's dead in the middle and it's actually really buildable too. So I really like this. I don't want like a super heavy formula. This is very watery, which is nice. It's not full coverage, I would say, but I don't really want full coverage. Even though I have uneven skin tone, I don't mind some of my skin showing through just because I think that it helps it to look a little bit more natural. I mean, nothing about this is natural, but you know what I mean, glam natural, right? That's like what I go for. So this is my absolute favorite. I love it so much. I am in the shade Mykonos, which is weirdly nationally sold out, my specific shade, which is irritating. So I had to buy another shade, which doesn't really work super well, but I'm making it work. But I saved a little bit for this tutorial so I could do like the best shade match. So I'm gonna put this on now. Okay, so another question that I got was, what's your favorite thing about BookTube? Which I really like this question because there's so many things that I love about BookTube. My experience has been very positive and I feel like extremely grateful for just, oh gosh, everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I feel like I just have the best subscribers and I feel like you guys get me, which is great. I think what is so great about BookTube is I think like community is so important and sharing your passion with people is so gratifying and like just makes the passion just even more enjoyable. And when I kind of rediscovered my love for reading in my mid-20s, I didn't have, you know, anyone to talk about books with. And I just feel like when I found BookTube and started watching it, I was like, this is so cool. I love this. Like, I relate to these people so much. And I just felt very overall motivated to start my own channel, even though it was very scary. I'm so glad I did it. Oh my God, it's insane. It's like scary to think about my life if I hadn't have started it, just because of like the people that I've met and the friendships that I've made. I have to say, like, I feel the most like myself in this space. I feel like I can just lean into what I love and not feel like judged. And maybe some people think it's lame to love, you know, books about fairies, but truly that gives me so much joy. It's insane. And so finding people who also feel that way is everything. It's life-changing, truly. And I'm just like super appreciative that you guys allow me to fully just lean into how excited I am about the fantasy romance books that I'm reading. And, you know, just when I love something, I feel like I can just be so myself. It just feels really good. So BookTube has allowed me to just lean into what I love, be excited about it, not feel lame for being excited about these things. I've just found so many people who are so similar to me and feel similarly about that, which is so great. And I just think it's awesome. And I love how even like there's so many different types of booktubers who read different things and all of that. We still have like a common interest, which I think is so cool. And I have found the community to be like really supportive and wonderful. And yeah, I just think it's really nice to find your people. And I feel like I found my people here. And as I said, I feel so like myself in this situation, and also the friends that I've made. You guys know I love my friends so much. I am the biggest fangirl of my friends. Some of the friendships I've made online are like even better than the friendships that I've had in real life. And they also allow me to be myself and cheer me on and are so loving and supportive. It's crazy. So this community is awesome. I've had a really great experience in it, and I hope that I'm contributing in a way that's positive. I went to BookTube to find like escapism and entertainment, and then that's also kind of what I want to provide for other people, and also books that just make you feel so whisked away. And I just want to like help and contribute in any way to helping other people find that feeling. So BookTube is awesome. In my adult life, this is one of the best things that I've ever done, other than like marrying Sean. This is it for me. Like this is truly, it's been life-changing. It's helped my confidence a lot. I've never felt more like myself in my adult life than I do now, which is crazy. And it's wild. It's wild times, but I'm really happy, and BookTube is awesome. So that's that. Okay, I'm sweating, so we need to wrap this up, and I've also been filming for an hour. So I put my foundation on. So now it is time to do concealer. Once again, Hourglass Vanish. Concealer is really good, and a little goes a long way. I just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like highlighting the center of my face. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to do that. Let's look at another question. Which bookish character is your twin? That's kind of a fun one. Okay, concealer's done, so now I'm gonna set everything with Fenty translucent powder. So physically, I mean, I guess Lysandra from Throne of Glass has dark hair and light eyes. Araya, I think she has like blue eyes. I kind of have greenish blue. Oh, I just spilled powder everywhere, cool. Okay, physically, I guess them. I don't know. I would say personality-wise though, I've actually thought about this because my sister and I were talking about what SJM characters we were most similar to. This may or may not make sense. I think, if you combined Bryce and a lead, that would be me, which they're so different. So like, I know that is so weird, but I'm like Bryce in a lot of ways, but she's just a lot more extroverted than I am. But we have similar interests. And I think that she's very passionate about her friends, and so am I. It's like really important to me. She's a girly girl, which I love. And I don't know, I see a lot of myself in her, but also I have the lead characteristics of being a little bit more soft-spoken. I don't know if I like come off that way on camera, but like in real life, I'm very reserved. I'm a little bit more soft-spoken. I'm just a shy girl sometimes, you know? I don't know. I'm confident. I'm just quieter sometimes. I am a little bit reserved, but also something about a lead that I like, that I do think that I am similar to, is like when a lead has something to say, when she feels passionate about something, she's going to, you know, bring it up. And I feel good about that as well. A lot of times I am a little bit more reserved and a little quieter, but if I feel very passionate about something, I will communicate it. I have no problem communicating. That's kind of what I think, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know. I would love to say Aelin, but I'm not gonna lie to myself. Now I'm gonna do bronzer and contour because I'm looking very ghostly. So I am using the Fenty Match Stick. I'm in the shade Truffle. I'm gonna put it on my hand, and then I'm gonna use this brush to pop, 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 pop. Okay, all right. I need to like get going. This is crazy how long this is already. What genres do you enjoy when you're not reading fantasy romance? Weirdly enough, I've been like very into YA thrillers over the last few months. Really just like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. That trilogy, I just love it. It's so good. And I kind of just want to like read more of those. I think those could be good palette cleansers for fantasy. I've been into YA thrillers lately. I just think they're like fun and like so low stakes. but like very entertaining. I've been into that. I have classics. I haven't picked up a classic in a while, but I have quite a few that I need to make my way through. I really want to read. I have all of Jane Austen's books and I want to read them all. Okay, actually my battery's dying. I'll be back. Hi, it's me just a little bit later. So my camera died while I was doing my cream bronzer. I charged it for a little bit. I didn't charge it too long. My makeup routine is almost over, so I'm gonna try to kind of rush through this. So just very quickly, so I used the Fenty Matchstick for cream bronzer, and then I set the cream bronzer with some powders. So I used the Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula, and then I used the Ambient Lighting Bronzer from Hourglass, and this just has like a nice glow to it to make me very dewy and glowy. So now we're gonna move on to finishing my eye makeup. All right, so this is probably like my favorite part of my makeup routine, which is my white waterline eyeliner. I've been doing this since 7th grade, I wanna say. It's like my favorite step of my routine. It just makes your eyes look a lot bigger and brighter. And I think if you're somebody who wears eyeshadow, it just helps to like really make things pop. This is obviously almost gone, but this is the NYX Jumbo White Eyeliner. They also have like a smaller, more traditional sized one, but I kind of like this big crayon. And I'm gonna put this in my waterline, so let's do that. Okay, so it looks kind of crazy right now. I take it all the way in, and then I'm going to be putting the same 3 eyeshadows that I put up here, down here. And I don't know if I showed you guys the shades. I use a lot of these different shades, but I used this on top. This is my transition, and then this as like to deepen my crease. So I use these 3, but also you can see I use like all of these. Really just depends on my mood, but I feel like this whole palette is really good for just anything. So I'm gonna take the deepest shade first, line my lash line, then the medium shade, and then the lightest shade to kind of like smoke it out a little bit. Not smoke it out, but you know what I mean. Okay, so there's 2. And then I do the lightest shade just to kind of soften it, I guess, better than smoke it out. I'm gonna soften this so it blends into my face a little nicer. All right, so the next step that I like to do is I like to line my bottom waterline with some dark eyeshadow just to kind of give it some something. I don't really know, but I use a very ancient relic from the past. You can't even see the name on it, but this is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is like the original when she first launched it. I've had this since 2016. We have been to war together. So as you can see, it's pretty disgusting. But I literally only use like a few colors. Like I only use this palette essentially to line my lash line and for inner corner highlight, but I don't know, I can't let go. So I'm gonna take this angled brush. It's very thin, and I'm gonna take a dark brown color, and then I'm gonna line my bottom lash line. This requires a lot of concentration, so I'm just gonna do this really quick. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see all of this. I can't wait to watch this back and you guys can't see anything, but I just put some like dark brown liner on my lash line, so it just kind of like ties it all together, you know? I don't know. Okay, so now we're gonna do bottom mascara. Nothing special. This is always scary. Usually mess up at this part. Okay, so bottom mascara is on. And then I'm also gonna do inner corner highlight. I've also been doing the inner corner highlight thing since like 7th grade. I'll never stop. You can pry inner corner highlight out of my cold dead hands because I just love it. I honestly don't even know if it makes much of a difference, but I just really, really like it. We are almost done, folks. So next and last is blush and then lips. I love blush. I'm a hoe for blush, honestly. So I use 2. Both are MAC. This is MAC Peaches. I think this is like only available online, but this is like tried and true. Been using it forever. And then this is Fairly Precious Extra Dimension Blush. So it's essentially blush with like some highlight in it. I first put the matte one on and then I put the one with highlight in it on. So I put it cheekbones, a little bit on the nose. Okay. Now I'm just gonna use my viewfinder, I guess. And then this, I don't even know if you can tell, but it has shimmer in it. And yeah, so there's that. Hopefully that looks good. And then the last thing for the face is a little bit of highlighter. I don't like to go too crazy. I did used to do the full glazed donut highlighting technique back in the day, but I don't really anymore. But I still like to add a little bit of highlighter. As I said, I like to do that kind of dewy look. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlighter. If you know, you know. This is like a precious commodity, honestly. So looks like that, super pretty. And I just put a little on my cheeks and a little on my face, just so I don't look so matte. Okay, and then I'm gonna spray my face. So this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I just know that I have inhaled so much of this in my life, and I'm sure my lungs are doing great. All right, lip products. I used quite a bit of lip color to get what I like. So this is my favorite lip liner. Just holding on by a thread, but it's NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna line my lips and then I'm gonna drag it onto my lips like a little bit so it blends nicely. Okay, so lip liner is on, and then I use 2 lipsticks. I use this Charlotte Tilbury Cover Star, which is very kind of nude brown, a little bit of orange, but I like set my lips with that. So that looks like that. And then, because once again, I'm not one of God's favorites, one of my favorite lipsticks of all time has been discontinued, and this is literally like the last one in existence, I don't know. But this is by L'Oreal, and it's 808 Matte Macadamia. They don't make this anymore, but I love this because it's really great for lightening your lipstick. I would never wear this like on its own, but it works so well in tandem with the lipstick that I just put on. Just like the tiniest bit. I love it so much. Okay, and then last is lip gloss. And my favorite lip gloss of all time is Sweet Mouth by Fenty Beauty. Absolute favorite lip gloss formula, favorite lip gloss shade, everything. It's amazing. All right, and there you have it, folks. That is my makeup routine. I had a really good time doing this. I find doing makeup very therapeutic, very fun. It's just like something that I really enjoy doing and taking my time with. And I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions about products or anything like that, you can leave them down below. But yeah, I'm so excited to post this now, and like I can't wait for you guys to see it. I hope that it was fun to watch. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, so that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. If you made it to this point in the video and you wanted to let me know, go ahead and leave the lipstick emoji. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram and Goodreads. They are always linked down below. I really appreciate that you watched this video. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I love you all so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.